Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Professor Cisco, and I'm reaching out to my networking students. So what I want to do is congratulate all of you on joining my networking classes. This is two separate classes. I'm dealing with the Cisco courses. The first one is Networking 1. You may know it as Netty 109. And I'm dealing with and working with Networking 2. You may know that is 119. Netty 119. So what I want to do is begin to present you with the instructions on what I need you to do before we meet in class. So to be clear, we have classes that we will be meeting in. Of course, they will be Zoom classes, and I'm going to send you that information when I send this video log out to you. This will be your first video log. But for my Netty 109 students, you know that we have class on Mondays. What time do we have class on Mondays? We have class from 6 p.m. to 9:45 p.m. So I will see you guys this Monday that's coming up in class, and I'm hoping you go through the material so you'll have a chance to really have some good dialogue with me coming Monday. But for my Netty 119 students, I will see you this Friday at 1 p.m. to 3:50. That means we'll be in there talking about the various things you need to know. So this will give you a heads up, so when you show up to class, you'll be prepared to demonstrate what you know. Now, I'm not expecting you to know a lot of things because this is your first class, but at least you know you had a chance to go in here and you know what you'll be able to do, which will be simply to demonstrate your knowledge in networking. I will be setting breakout sessions up, so I have these little projects that I'm going to give you to work on in teams, and then I'm going to bring you back and see what you produce. That's what these classes mostly going to be about. It will be about you demonstrating your skill set as you begin to go through the chapters. Now, I'm going to lecture on the chapters, but I'm going to send you video logs so we can have some more insightful conversation when we meet instead of me just going through a little lecture. I want to talk about networking. I really enjoy networking. I like network, and I want to see what you guys are getting out of the material. These are the new courses, and you have an opportunity to jump right in. Now, my Netty 119 students probably already had an opportunity to feel 109, but whatever it is, we're going to get a chance to go in here and have fun. So with that being said, let's move through the course. So I'm going to start off with, of course, the Networking 1, which is Netty 109. So if you hear me say Networking 1, I'm really saying Netty 109. If you hear me say Networking 2, I'm really saying Netty 119. There you go. Or you may hear me say the Anderson campus, or you may hear me say the East Chicago campus, or the Valparaiso campus. So, you know, it's many terminologies that they have for these classes. But the official terminology is Networking 1, Netty 109, and Networking 2, Netty 119. Don't get discouraged. But I'm presenting both of them because it's Cisco, baby. It's Cisco. Okay, let's move on. So here we go. Once you log into your portal, you will see this. Now, when I say your portal, the first place I'm talking about, as you can see right here, is iRelearn. Everything is built out in iRelearn for both courses. So when you go into iRelearn, which you have already, you see all type of stuff in there. Now, it's things in here I'm not going to click on because they're self-evident. But if you click right here to assignments, it has everything you need to know. Two things I want to point out real quickly in assignments. If you click on it, show by type, it'll have everything date-wise lined up, and you just really go through it. You see the discussion question and you see everything line up. If you click on show by date, it has everything lined up according to the date. Now type, once again, is the order in the week I want things, and date is just how everything's lined up by date. I like to say type because it shows me all assignments together, all discussions together. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to see everything you need to know, exams and stuff in here. Now, this Cisco course is taught a little different, but it's so magnificent the way Cisco has changed things. I love this concept because I've been preaching this concept for years. And now Cisco has moved towards that path because the old way was a little cumbersome, but this way is magnificent. So if you click on the discussion question, you'll be able to answer your discussion question you have right here. Now let me talk about the assignments with packet tracers and labs. You're going to see packet tracers in here, and you're going to see labs. People, in order to fulfill this and get credit for the assignments and packet tracer, you must produce the document with it. So if I click on this lab here, and I click on this here, I know that there's a document attached to it, and I need you to download this document and answer every question on here. If I don't get the document, you get a 0. That's how it is. And I'm being serious. Some students try to be slick and say, oh, because I didn't know I had to turn the document in. I want the document and I want the job done. Now, because this is a lab, I sent you some information on how to connect to Netlabs. So let's go over here to Netlabs. I'm going to show you everything in this session. So if you're doing this assignment, you have a way to go here to Netlabs, and this is how Netlabs will look when you go to the website. It's just simply netlabs.iretech.edu. I know that my Netty 119 students already know this, but if you don't know it, I'm just giving you some more information. Once you log in with your username and password, this is what you will see. Mine will be similar to yours, a little different, but pretty much you're going to see this. You're going to, now this is only for labs. Now remember, you will click here to register. You only going to see a few things. You're going to see something for the student. But I'm going to register for myself. You know, as a professor, they give you a few more bells and whistles. So now to do a lab, I will select which one of these I need to go in there and do a lab. Once I click on one to do a lab, you will see all of your labs and here laid out. And these are the labs. But remember, I need that document. I need the lab done in here, and I need you to upload that document to me. And when you come to each one of these sites, you will see right here where it says submit assignment. That's when you're going to upload that document. Without that document, I'm giving you a 0. So you can go in here and do this work. But if I don't have that document, you haven't did anything. I want both of them, people. And I'm going to stress that all the way through the course. Now, so that's doing a lab and where you go do your labs. You know now, oh, professor just woke me up. I go in here and I select the lab. And to complete that lab, I go right over here to Netlabs and I do the labs. Now that's different from Netacap. We're going to get to Netacap, but I go over here and complete that lab. Excellent, you got it. I know you got it. So you should have received information from me saying sign up to your lab. Sign up to Netlabs. So I know you have it. Now let's come back. So we still here, but we did our lab. But what about the packet tracer, Professor? Talk to me about this. Well, your packet tracers play the same role. You can click on this link and the packet tracer will download onto your desktop. So if I click this here, a packet tracer will begin to download. It may take a little time, so I'm going to move a little forward. But when that packet tracer downloads, it will open up on your computer. Now, I am going to say this to every student. If you do these packet tracer, make sure your equipment is working and you have the latest version of packet tracer. Don't proceed to do packet tracer and run into so many problems because you don't have the latest version. So go in there and make sure you got the latest version. As you can see, a packet tracer open up on my computer. Here it is. I'm going to click cancel because I don't need that. But here is the packet tracer. And all you have to do is follow all these steps. But in your Cisco course, it's a document connected to this. And I'm going to show you that document. I want the packet tracer and I want the document questions answered. Now you may be saying, well, Professor, why are you hyping on that? Why do you need that? Because it tells me what you know. And it tells me if you took your time to understand these challenge questions that will help you. So I'm expecting you to do all of it, everything, not part of it. Now, Professor, where do I go get the document? If I got the packet tracer showing it to me, I'm going to show you. You will go right into Netlabs. Now, I'm going to pull this over right here into the screen. When you're doing your work, reading the chapter, downloading material, you have to go into Netlabs. Now, I emailed you documentation from Cisco on Netlabs. If you haven't received your documentation from Cisco, if you haven't received your documentation from Netlabs, you need to get in contact with me, Professor Sistrom, immediately. Because when we start class, my expectation is that you have all the material you need. So I'm going to close this because I don't need it anymore. So once you sign in to Cisco, you will see your course. So let me see which one is your course. Let's go into 109. Let's go into 109. The same thing for 109 is the same thing for 119. Netty 109, Netty 119. So let's go in here. Now, once you go into the course, you will see this here. This is the new setup, the new look. It's beautiful. Only thing you have to worry about in here is 2 sections, and I'm going to break those sections down. But you can take a look around and have fun with it. The first part of this is that it's just basically how the setup looks. It's just basically telling you where you are, what you have, what you're about to do. But what's important for you is you want to get to the content. So if you click on this right here, you have a little book right here, Introduction to the Network course. Now, I'm going to go into what I like to call student's view so you can see it as a student. So let me go ahead and come down here to student's view. It should be right over here. Where's my, I'm sorry. Here's my student view right here in my face. See, even the professor could make a mistake. And I'm going to show y'all this mistake. I'm not going to clean it out. But anyway, so I'm going to click on student view to show you how things will look to you. Let's go. Okay, now in student's view, you're just going to see course home and grades. Now remember, all your grades will be teleported over into Netlabs because I want you to consistently see your grades forever. But anyway, now you can come down here to content and you'll see it right here. So we're in the student's view and this is how it will look. Once you click on here, this is going to teleport you into the course. Look how beautiful the course is set up. So all you have to do is know that in here you got 17 chapters, and these chapters are really easy. You read the material here, and all you have to do is click next. You don't even have to touch anything over here. You can just come right over here and click next, okay? And then it'll tell you, in this particular course, which is Introduction to Networks, Netty 109, or in case of Ivy Tech, it's Networking 1, you get a chance to see, you'll be starting off with networks affect our lives, network components, network representation and topologies, internet connections, network security. All of this will be covered in this chapter. Now, if you look over here to your left, you see all the different topics here. So you just click here. Now, if you stay on that button, clicking there, everything is beautiful. You move real culture through the actual class. And as you can see, all you have to do is read down. You look at the videos and you keep reading down. When you get to the bottom, you click next again. This is how it is in both courses. They are exactly alike, no different. So you just consistently read down. But what's important is it's important that you read down in the chapter for two reasons. One, it's going to have these little quiz questions in here that's going to test your knowledge. There you go. Two, your labs and packet tracers are also in here. So if you need that documentation for the packet tracers, guess what? It's in here. Did the professor say that? Yes, he did. It's in here. And all you have to do is just keep moseying on down and reading through the material. People, read your book. Don't be that person that don't read the material. They just go do the labs and packet tracer and get a grade. We as IT managers test you on everything. So our expectation is that you're going to read and know your material. For the student that doesn't read and know his material, I feel sorry for you because you're going to be tried and tested. As you can see, you can download and install Packet Tracer. Right here, this section is going to show you how to download and install Packet Tracer. So you can't say, Professor, I don't know what to do. Yes, you do. And as you keep going, you're going to see right here, Packet Tracer, network connectivity. Now, remember I talked about that document? Guess what? Here is that document right there where you can completely fill it out and answer the challenge questions. Wow, this is dynamic. Professor, you giving us some good stuff. I know. But anyway, everything is in here. So you're going to come over here and read all your material. You're going to come over here and you're going to do your exams. We're going to talk about exams in a minute. So that's the session. Like I said, this works for both classes. Netty 119, Netty 109. You do the exact same thing. Now, for those of you who want to get straight to some material, up here you see these little hamburger buttons, as we call them. If you click on Course Index, it shows you everything, and it has these arrows up here where you can selectively go through stuff. Now, I'm going to say this about this. If you selectively going through stuff, that means you're not reading everything, but you can see everything. So if I want to know how many labs I got in here, I can just simply click here, uncheck the all button and click there, and I can see all my labs. These are the labs you'll be doing in the class. So you know what to do labs. You go do all your labs after you complete the document. You go here and do them in netlab.ivorytech.edu. Yes, indeed. Let's come back to it. So that's a neat trick to know about this section. So I'm going to go ahead and close that. Now, that's everything in here. But you may say, hey, Professor, where do I go do my exams? Well, you in here, so you might as well do your exams in here too. If you come back, you notice it's got two tabs open. If you come back down here in this section where it says exams, module group exams, you click on that. There's your exams. You click on them and you start. Now, if anybody have any problem with starting an exam, let me know immediately, because sometimes it may kick you out or you may have a problem, but you got to let me know immediately. And don't let me know 11 p.m. at night. Don't be that student, okay? Be that student who do it in a timely manner. Okay, so let's move back. So now you know what to do with exams. So when you come in here, you reading the content, and I'm looking at the content, and I'm looking to see who's reading it because I'm doing my analytics. and you doing your exams, you'll be, and don't worry, I'm going to keep explaining everything to you so you'll know exactly what you got to do. I'm just sending this video out to you so you can get a heads up. Okay, so that covers 3 important things. That covers 1, you'll be going into iRelearn, whether you going in here for 119 or you going in here for 109. That covers that, iRelearn. And you know in iRelearn, you have all your assignments in there. 2, you know that you're going to be doing your labs and only your labs. I know somebody going to say, Professor, what do I go do my labs? You do your labs in netlabs.iretech.edu. You covered. You go there and do all your labs, whether it's 119 or 109, Netty 109, Netty 119. And 3rd, you know that when you got to do your Cisco course, you're going to go in here to your Netacad, remember, Netacad, and do your Cisco course. And download Packet Tracer and be able to do your Packet Tracer. But most importantly, you're going to be able to read through your material in here because it's right in here for you. So these are the things I wanted to point out before we meet up in the class. Now, when we meet up in the class, I'm going to have some extra Packet Tracers or some extra labs, and I'm going to give you assignments and break you off into sessions so you can be able to work on them, and then we just going to analyze those labs and see how well we picking up on the material. I think I showed you enough, and I don't want to make this too long, but this is Professor Sistrom, and I'm going to sign off because I think you know now what to do. But remember, if you have any problem, you need to reach out to me so I can help you out. I like to do this class. I really enjoy networking, and I'm going to get a chance to talk to you guys about it. But it's a real great field to work in, and I want you to enjoy yourself. Once again, this is Professor Sistrom, and you have a great and magnificent day.